What's poppin', y'all? We finally are getting the conclusion to a beef spanning, I think, probably over a decade right now. And that's between strong Kanye West affiliates and previous collaborators Lupe Fiasco and Kid Cudi. So this all started, again, when Lupe Fiasco replied and addressed an interview clip that Kid Cudi had put out with Zane Lowe. So I'm going to play that brief clip. Hopefully we can play it
later and bring up the fact like, you sold me clothes. So like, I would always like hide in the stock room.
Who did you hide from?
So like, and this is funny, but we're laughing about this, right? Lupe Fiasco came to the store one day. He was in the store, I was in the bag, and they was like, yo, Lupe's here. I was like, oh, stayed down the stairs, waited till he left. And I was like, yo, what you down here for? And I explained it to my dude, same way I explained it to you. I was like, yo, bro, if I get famous one day, right, I don't ever want this saying like, yo, you sold me clothes, you my son. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that. Like, this was my explanation. And yo, bro, when you think about it, he hates me to this day. He hates me. So it's like I was right. I was on to something. I sensed something in the universe, you know? So this is like my plan at that time, you know? I was like totally hyper aware that something was gonna happen for me. And, you know, I was just like, this, I can't have nobody making no diss record. Like, yeah, you rang me up. You know what I'm saying?
So there you have it. Kid Cudi basically said he was hiding in the vape store from Lupe Fiasco, and Lupe Fiasco hates him now. And the way he presents it is he kind of hates him for no reason. But Lupe Fiasco addresses this, and he goes on to say the following. Kid Cudi is a bitch and continues to be one. Ain't nobody finna bring up he used to work at the vape store to diss his B-ass for having a regular job before he was a famous bitch with a cool job. And then a fan replies, and he's like, yo, why are you even doing this? He says, I honestly caught wind of it scrolling through fan comments. And I'm like, what the F is this B talking about now with my name? He hid from me in the vape store back in the day because he didn't want me to use it against him when he got famous? What? Like a job shame? Face palming emoji. I want to beat this dude up so bad I'm getting a migraine. Yeah, this is one of the funniest things. This is one of the funniest quotes I've ever read because I can just imagine you got to think, like Lupe Fiasco's a very peaceful, calm guy. So imagining him just so angry that he's getting a headache from not being able to beat up Kid Cudi, I just can't even fathom what that looks like. And he continues, all right, this is all facts. Back in the day, Cudi was going through a lot of stuff, industry stuff. Personal stuff. I have a habit of reaching out to artists on the low to make sure they cool. I did that with Cudi. Just like words of encouragement and your peers got your back type stuff. Fast forward, he mentions that in an interview. Every time I see Cudi, I ask if he good. Plus, I'm a fan of this dude, so I'm happy to see him rise. Time passes. The next time I see him is at a show in LA. It's me, A$AP Rocky, and a few other people. Again, same energy. Show love. Now follow this next part carefully. Fast forward, I'm on Twitter offering my fans a personal verse for like $500. You pick the beat, the concept, I rap it, make the dope one-of-one art package for it, no copies, just the one you own, people vibing with it. Boom. Now, keep in mind, these verses, and Lupe, I don't think he mentioned this, I don't think it's like to hide something, but one of the stipulations was you can't use this and put it out. You can't put it out as a feature, nothing. It's a personal piece for you. Cudi tweets me out of nowhere and asks, what you gonna do with the money from those verses? This is a public tweet, by the way. I'm taken aback and I'm thinking he planned, so I respond with, what you gonna do with the money from those $1,500 in Naughty collabs? He had just did a collab with them around the same time. Then it's silence, but I'm not really thinking about it. Then after a few minutes, I get a bunch of spam tweets talking about I'm a thief and a swindler. So I'm like, what the hell is this? I go to Cudi page, and this bitch is on his feed talking about Lupe robbing his fans and he'd never do that. So I'm like, is this dude serious? I'm like, why would he do that? Me and Cudi had the same security, so I reached out to him and like, give me Cudi number. He changed it, but got his management number. But nobody can seem to get Cudi on the phone, even though they right next to him. Till this day, this won't get on the phone, and even when we at the same festivals, they won't allow me to go to his stage. He ducks calls, face-to-faces. All I wanted was an explanation, at the least of my bad, because I've never done anything to him except support. I'm not jealous of him, I'm not bullying him. Got nothing to do with fame or money. At the end of the day, he slighted a notoriously good dude and also one who doesn't play about his name in the streets or the industry. I stay solid and I seek satisfaction till my heart stops. And now he does an interview a couple days ago and says I'm mad at him because he used to hide from me at the vape store before he was even in the music game because I would use it against him later on a diss record on some job shame. Nasty work. Jesus, take the wheel. Yay, get your boy. And then someone's like basically saying, some other stuff, and he's just like, a beef he started with someone who actually looked out for him. Make that make sense. So this follows up, and Kid Cudi says snarkily, Lupe love me, y'all, don't get it twisted. He just hurt. He beefing with himself at this point. Holding that much hate in your heart for someone for so long holds you back in life, bro. That's the devil using you. Hope he finds some peace, man. Now it's just sad. Love you, G. I'm sorry if I hurt you, man. Life is too short. Hope you can find it in your heart to get past this. Just sent you a DM. Let's talk. And then Lupe says, that's all I needed. And then he doubles back. He says, on second thought, homie, this ain't enough. You need to talk to me. So they got on the phone. He says, just talked to Lupe, had a great talk. I know I was wrong and told him I shouldn't have did that F stuff I did. I called myself looking out for the fans in the moment, but in reality, I was just hating. I apologized and he accepted it, which I appreciated for real. I understand the anger and vitriol he had for me all these years, and I wasn't mature enough to step up and just have a conversation and admit I was wrong. We as black men need to be united. He always had love for me, always supported me. I shouldn't have did him like that. I want to thank my guy IBM for setting that call up, or Ibn, and you, the fans, for being real with me and urging us to speak. We are good now, brand new journey. See you soon, brother. Now, some people saying this is lukewarm beef, something. People are just coming at this from all different angles. I'm actually really happy about this. This is actually really cool, because for me, well, not just for me, it's facts. Lupe Fiasco, arguably best rapper ever. It's crazy because I'm reading comments and people are like, yeah, you know, Lupe Fiasco had a cool skateboarding song. I'm like, yo, if your idea of Lupe Fiasco is he had a cool skateboarding song, you need to get educated. My brother, my sister, my whoever is saying that. You need to sit down and you need to do a session and listen to all of, I was about to say Kid Cudi, and listen to all of Lupe Fiasco's albums, take out a piece of paper, and take notes. And you need to do that for at least 3 days. There's got to be like some sort of punishment for like talking about this dude like, oh yeah, that's the Kick Push guy. Like what? Like Kick Push isn't even his biggest hit. So it's crazy that they say that, but it's just the nature of the game. You know, when Lupe Fiasco came out, it's like what, 2004? 4 or 5, really? That he really took off. 2006, I would say really took off because I think he was on, well, I don't think he was on. He was on Touch the Sky, and that was in 2005, I think. Late registration? Or is that 2006? When we get back to those years, it gets hazy. But these people would have for sure made good music together. No, that's probably not going to happen, and it wouldn't really be groundbreaking for them to work together now. The times have just changed. But this is something that always irked me because I love Kid Cudi's music, especially like his older music. There are some newer, I haven't listened to his newest album, I'm just going to be honest. There is some newer stuff like Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying. I like that. Man on the Moon 3. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think I listened to anything after that yet. But his early albums, you know, Kid Cudi at one point was my favorite artist. I would say probably out of any artist that touched me the most at that time, it would have to be Kid Cudi. Like that music just resonated. I didn't even smoke weed, which is ironic because like a bunch of people like connected to him because of that. So and I love Lupe Fiasco since he came out. Always listened to his music. So I'm like, damn, why are these guys beefing? And like there's Ye between them, who Ye's music also, I mean, if you don't love Ye's music, there's just something wrong with you at that point. That's not opinion, that's just straight facts. And then I get to finding out the story, I get to hearing the story, I'm like, damn, like Kid Cudi was kind of tweaking, like why was he off the rocker for that? And then you see Kid Cudi have issues with other people, and you're like, whoa, was like Kid Cudi just like a snake? There are a lot of things that aren't even public that Kid Cudi has done to certain people that you're like, yo, this guy was a shady character that really only cared about himself and had no appreciation for anybody that did him a solid. It's not my place to bring up that stuff just to like tear him down. I don't think that's a proper thing to do. So I'm just bothered by this beef. For years, I'm like, man, this is unfortunate. Because Lupe Fiasco, he doesn't have beef with anybody. And like the level of anger, now I do think the level of anger that he had for Kid Cudi, if you just see the incident on surface level, you're like, yo, why are you tripping so much off that? But I think it's when you add all the behind the scenes stuff. He's like, yo, like I thought you was my mans, and you're talking about me scamming fans? Like, what the hell is this? Which is, I wouldn't say it's ironic because Kid Cudi hasn't really scammed anybody, but he does have a brand that sells like higher price points, which some people come at him for. I'm not going to come at him for it. I think it's fine. But if someone like Lupe Fiasco, one of the greatest rappers ever, is offering fans a personalized verse for $500, that's a steal. And you can't really put a price on somebody that's a legend's art. That's one of the greatest to ever pick up a pen. Some people would pay thousands of dollars for that, if not tens of thousands, depending. So there's that. Thankfully, it seems to be like they smoothen things out. Ye also smoothened things out with Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi said that he apologized. I don't think I'll cover that in a video, unless I would have to do like their tumultuous relationship, which has been up and down for probably, like 15 years, maybe 16 years. Damn. Yo, time really, really flies. I'm kind of getting to yapping right now, so I might have to close this video out, y'all. For all of y'all that love when I just be talking and rambling, it's like we're kicking it. Hey, that one commenter is going to ruin it for us, our vibe session. It's what I like. But yeah, that's pretty much the situation. Hopefully, Kid Cudi continues to prosper and doesn't do anything weird anymore. He doesn't seem to have problems with anybody. I just don't know what Kid Cudi's position is right now. Like, is he an actor? Is he in the music game? I think he had like this animated release with Netflix. I don't know how that went. I think he dropped an album alongside it. That's one thing I hadn't listened to either. Lupe Fiasco is kind of in the rafters at this point for me. I haven't followed up with what he's released unless he's released something in the past year. I may or may not have seen it. If I check his out, Drill Music for Zion was the last thing he dropped, or Drill Music in Zion, which was an incredible album that you need to check out if you haven't already. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Okay, this is my question. What do you see Lupe Fiasco as? I'm really not going to insult you if you don't really know too much about him, but I'm just curious because I've kind of got an all ages audience. I would say most of my audience is above 24, or 20. Yeah, I would say that looking at the statistics. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what different age groups think of him or see him as. So yeah, that's the Kid Cudi, like everyone kind of knows. Yeah, let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.